about a movie that should have been shorter by at least an hour?
Minority Report.
Minority
I
Report.
would have really liked Minority Report if it just didn't try to cram the detective denouement that was actually like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, because it was a unique idea. It was well done for what it was, and it had to just stop.
That's
and
a whole category of films around that time which had extraneous denouements, like Titanic. And,
AI.
And what's the...
AI, absolutely. But that
Zodiac.
actually, I think, makes AI.
And
is
what's
that weird
Saving
gratuitous-
Private Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's awful.
Back to the present.
Although, yeah, every single Spielberg
Which is
film.
weird because those are all prior to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, Lord of the Rings, the
yeah.
final film of
Yeah,
Lord of
yeah.
the Rings is like the king of the
that
extra
denouement.
denouement, you know. Like,
And that one really is
there's
like
like
an
8.
extra hour.
Yeah.
Fade to black, fade to black, fade to black. And I didn't love the Lord of the Rings films, but I liked them okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was gonna leave the theater. I was like, look,
Yeah.
this ended 3 times, all right?
More than that.
Perfectly satisfying. No, I'm saying that was the
every,
point when I was
every
gonna leave.
20 minutes, there were like 500 people went.
They're like, ta-da,
Oh.
fade.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're back in, and it all, the last 2 films took place on a field.
Yeah.
They were in a field for like 8 hours. And I guess they were different fields in New Zealand, but it was a field. Come on.
No, they're the same field with different CGI.
Different, yeah,
but
right.
Anyway. My example is a little bit less extreme, but I think Zodiac is a film that's perfectly brilliant, perfectly well done. I just don't think it had to be 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Totally
I
agree.
would disagree.
Yeah, I
but
kind of disagree with that
I think
too.
it needs to be that long. It needs to be about like a journey towards absolutely nothing that doesn't need no ending. It needs to feel like it goes on forever because it is all about an OCD complex.
Yeah, you need to kind of feel the tedium.
But you
in
get
that
that
search,
with
and
none of
yeah,
the characters
it's-
having any charisma, right? I mean, like
Really?
you don't.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Well, okay, Robert Downey Jr.
And
Yeah.
I think Mark Ruffalo is awesome in that.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal's the
But
problem.
Gyllenhaal is a big. I mean, it wasn't a bad performance for what the role was.
Yeah.
But to watch him for 2.5 hours be the center of the film is like I got it. Like
I think that conceptually, I don't know if it's purpose or not, but I think the whole thing is that like the interesting characters vacate the film after the 2-hour mark. You're just left with the kind of boring guy who is like, going to do the dumb work of trying to like patch it up into an ending that is actually bullshit. So I think, and I don't know if that's actually what they were going for, but that's just kind of how I read it.
it's got to be some kind of a test. Are you more interesting than Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards is very interesting in that film.
Yeah.
and it's
No,
just,
he is. He's
which
very
is
interesting in that
weird.
What about like disaster movies from the 70s?
The 70s disaster films have a nice, tidy 3-act structure which pulls you right along. I mean, like taking in Pelham 1, 2, 3, you can almost set your watch by the acts, you know.
But that's like an hour and 45 minutes.
That's
that
2
movie.
hours. It's 2 hours.
I'm thinking more like
Towering
the
Inferno.
Towering Inferno or the Poseidon
Poseidon Adventure is also
or
like a nice little 3-act.
Earthquakes,
So
the airport movies.
Oh,
Those were epic.
Dreamgirls. I thought could
Oh,
have been.
my God.
I do. I
Yeah.
think I think it was mostly. I think it was a denouement problem again. I think it was that last like half hour of wrap up.
Right.
It just goes a little too far into the future. A little too. I don't know.
What about Clint Eastwood movies? I love Clint Eastwood as a director. I've grown to like it. I used to
Okay.
hate it, but I've grown to like it. But I feel like
He
that
makes it
style would be
smart,
better if he made movies that, if he let you go home a little sooner.
I can't think
They're
of.
just that if you're gonna make a movie that
Yeah.
deliberate and that slow, you should also maybe think about not making a movie that pushes the 2:30 mark.
But it's a problem. It's an epidemic. I mean, no one can make a movie that's 90 minutes long anymore. And no one. I mean, it's like it's
Woody Allen. He's the
Woody Allen.
Comedies are somehow allowed in Hollywood to be 90 minutes, but nothing
Not
else.
really, actually.
Pirates of the
Maybe.
Caribbean are so long.
Oh
Based on,
God,
like-
the Pirates movies. Oh man.
The third one is like almost 3 hours long. It's basically like an 8-minute
Yeah.
ride. It's ridiculous.
Wally would have.
Yeah, how
been,
do they make
yeah.
it longer? You have to make it shorter, right?
Wally would have
No.
been an amazing 70-minute film. I think.
I think that's pretty good as a 90-minute film. I
You
like
think
it.
so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Once you start blaming everything on fat people, that turned me off. I was like, that's really stupid commentary for such a beautiful, like, silent film. Like 45-minute silent animated film with the most beautiful imagery and whatever, and then they're just like, and people sit around all the time and they get too fat. I'm like, why would you do that? You have this beautiful, poetic, silent thing going, and then you're like, man, if people just got off the internet once in a while, they wouldn't be so fat. It's like, what? Anyway.
Ebert very famously said that no good film can be too long and no bad film can be short enough. Do you think that there's truth in that?
Oh, no. Bad films can definitely be short enough. Short and sweet. Like,
What about a good movie? Could you watch if a movie's really good? Could you?
Yeah, but I
could it
think the
be-
problem is that the prestige market in cinema now has encouraged directors to think that if it is long, it is good.
Right, exactly.
Well, like, I'm happy to sit through a really amazingly, like, Seven Samurai. There's like a kind of wonderful journey you go over through that amount of time watching the narrative of that film. But I think 9 times out of 10, they don't need that extra hour.
Yeah.
Or in Harry Potter's case, that extra whole movie.
Did you see the Onion headline? Where
Yeah, they're going to split the last 7 minutes up into 7 different movies or whatever. Yeah, that was brilliant.
The Horcrux model. And yes, I read the Harry Potter books, and no, that did not need to be 2 movies. And, oh man, I think
Talk about being in a field. It wasn't the last movie them camping in the woods for 2
yeah,
hours.
and as I was watching, I was like, what is this, Lord of the Rings? I mean, that was my thought the whole time. I was like, it was called The Lord of the Rings. I mean, at least, it's not the same countryside, but it's a countryside, there's trees, there's some grass, there's a lake occasionally.